Hey, I'm Tom. You're with Oxford Lawn right now. It's time for us to do an upgrade on this DMT trailer. It's a great trailer, but there's one little problem that we experienced and we found out because we are one of the original users of this trailer for compost. Everybody else in the world has been using this trailer for mulch, and mulch kind of binds itself together, so it's kind of... What we experienced, because of compost, we get is fine screened compost. What was happening, as a pile would slide back here, some of that compost would start falling out of this little gap right here. It's only an inch and a half, maybe, about that wide. And then going down the road, if you didn't empty your load, we're going from one house to the next house, and you hit a bump in the road or a little pothole in the road, we'd see compost falling out of this little gap right here. Not a big deal, but it could have been a big deal if DOT saw it, so we wanted to get that fixed. So what we did is we contacted Nick with Mulch Mate, told him the problem we were experiencing with losing some product through the gap right here. And he said, yeah, they were aware of it. They had a couple different designs that they were trying to work with, and they told us all about that. So they said they'd get it out to us as soon as they figured it out. And man, let me tell you something.
Care package inbound.
Jesus, Nick. Yeah, that was fast, thank you. I gotta admit, I already opened up the box. All right, so let me show you what they designed for this. It's just a rubber seal, but the rubber seal has some 3M sticky tape on the back of it, so it's gonna fill in the gap, stop the stuff from falling out, and that's all we have to do. We just have to install these two pieces. One goes across the bottom a little bit up the side, this one goes across the bottom and goes up the other side. All right, so let's get this thing opened up. Of course, you gotta take out your safety pin, because you don't want this thing swinging open on the road. Now, we did learn something when I talked to Nick on the phone about this problem. He did explain something to me about the hinge on the other side. This hole right here, take a 1/2 inch extension, you can put it in there. And there's another hole on this piece, which when this opens up, it's a stationary pin. You know what I'm talking about. So you put one on this one, and then another one over here. There's another hole right here where you can put the pin in. And what it does, it keeps this thing from swinging all the way around and hitting the trailer on that side and using the chain to keep it open. Okay, don't ever let this go. You don't want to lose it and let it just fly around, and it's going to hurt something or someone. That's how it's done. You put one pin in there, the other one's lined up. This one's already jammed in there, so I can't pull it out for you. But it's gonna keep this thing open. It's not gonna swing open, close. It'll move a little bit, but now we have a place to work right here. This is where the seal goes. They did say, let me specify, they did say, put the seal on the Mulch Mate unit. Do not put the seal on the trailer. I don't know why. Now what we have to do is clean off this surface right here that the tape is gonna stick to. Only 12 inches here, that's all we're gonna do. But then we're gonna get the whole piece up here, and then the same thing over here. This piece gets a full extension, but this right here, there's a chain cover right here. If you look close, there's a gap right here where the plate is. So what they said was to cut this into sections, cut it here so you can get access and get this plate off if you need to. Same thing here, put another slice, and then if you come onto this side, the same thing down here. It's a 12-inch piece right here. Got to cut out a little bit for these bolts so it sits nice and flush. And they did say right here, there is a bearing with a Zerk fitting. This never gets greased because it can't be gotten greased anyway. They just said cover that up. All right, so we're just put one solid piece, cover that up, don't worry about it. What we're gonna use to clean it. Now their suggestion was using an adult beverage, something with alcohol in it, vodka, tequila. The only thing I had was beer. That's not gonna work. So we went in the medicine cabinet, got out some alcohol, 91%. We're gonna soak a clean rag, not a greasy rag, a clean rag. Wipe this all down. And once that's done, the other thing they didn't mention, he said, take a little torch if you have it. This is the final piece. Take a torch and just run over it real fast. It's gonna burn off any impurities. You wanna make this as clean as possible. Here we go.
I can hear it.
Moving to another clean spot on our rag and just soaking it. It's already getting pretty well soaked. All right. All right, well, this is the fun part. Just kidding. They just said run the torch up and down this a little bit just to burn off any impurities. Seemed like a really good idea. I never would have thought of that. All right, so now we have this surface. It's all clean and free of any impurities. So now that it's free and clear of any impurities again, it's time to move over to the box, get the seal, cut the pieces, stick them on there, and then this job is done. So here's our seals. I just got a little razor blade, a little razor knife. He said take a 12-inch piece off of here, stick it across the bottom, and put it right on the edge right here as high as we can go, right in this area here. I don't have a tape measure, so what I'm gonna do, and you can do this too, we're not building a watch here, it's not rocket science. Just gonna hold it up here to the edge, come on down to the bottom here, and this is where I'm just gonna cut it right here, and that means that's close enough to 12 inches as far as I'm concerned. So there's the sticky piece. Oh, I just lost the paper. So I'm gonna put it, because they say go right to the edge of this chain cover. So I'm gonna put this short piece right on the edge of that. I think we only get one shot at this, so we better do it right. Oh, yeah, that is sticky. Yeah, you only get one shot, so. All right, that's that piece. Now, this is the piece they said to cut into 3 sections. Because this chain cover does come off in 3 sections. You will have to take it off eventually, I'm sure. So we're just gonna do it as they said. There we go. They said put it as far out to the edge of this chain cover as possible, but without going beyond it. Man, that stuff is sticky, holy smoke. Well, now we're gonna measure out for the next one. Ooh. This is the hardest part, getting this crap off of here, getting this cover off the sticky stuff. You'd think it was easy. There we go. Now if you look over here, I got a little ambitious. I went over the gap, so I'm gonna take my razor blade and just slice that little 1/4 inch off the top here. Lining up this right side edge as close as it can be. That's it. Now this is the easy part. So same situation, I'm just gonna hold it up here. Mark it with my fingers. We're gonna cut it right there where my finger is. That's how we get our compost delivered. We're getting it 45 yards at a time. That is a beautiful truck, by the way. That's Frank's Trucking. He's on Instagram someplace. I know we follow him, but nicest guy in the world. You should see the inside of that truck. I could live in that thing. We did a little cutout right here on this strip because it was sitting on top of these bolts right here. So all I did was just notched out the sticky tape. So I want the sticky tape to be stuck good to this piece. I don't want any little air pockets where the moisture gets up underneath here and it starts to let it pop off over time. Yeah, we got it now. All right, and this is the last piece of the puzzle. Excuse me, let me put this away. Just gonna toss it over there. Oh, I missed the table. Maybe I'll pick it up later. I'll probably forget about it. They get mad when I can't find it. Okay, so we got it all peeled off. Let's just stick this last piece on. And what they said was keep it on the flat because it's kind of curved right here. So I'm gonna stay off of that curve as much as I can. I think this is that 3M pressure sensitive tape that when you put pressure on it, it really sticks and gets sticky, gooey, and it'll never come off once you get pressure against it. I believe that's what this stuff is, so that's why I'm just smacking it, smashing it. All right, let me show you what my temporary solution was before we got these seals and talked to Mulch Mate about it. I was taking flooring tile pieces, sticking them in here, trying to close that gap up. It worked pretty darn good, but oh my goodness, this one's stuck. I hope it doesn't take the paint off. Oh yeah, if you're gonna buy one of these DMT trailers, invest in this plastic liner. It's a little expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but call it an investment. This is what they put in the back of the big quarry dump trucks. This is exactly what they use, and those rocks fall in there. Don't damage the beds. I mean, you're making a big investment. Add a little bit more to it and get this plastic liner. It is well worth it. I'm happy we did it. I mean, let's take a look. This has been a year's worth of use. No damage, no scratches. Scratches cause rust. Flooring tiles go in the garbage now. They have served their purpose. I can't say well, but they serve their purpose. All right, well that's it. The install is done. It was really simple. So now we're just gonna close this thing up. I'm excited, I really am, because I was getting a little worried at times with the DOT, seeing that dirt falling out. Sometimes it'll come out pretty good. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Mulch Mate. I can't say enough about that company. They make an awesome product. There was an improvement needed for the way that I was using it as far as the top dressing and the compost, and they got on it. They got on it right away. So now, this is now standard on all the trailers. All trailers now come with it, whether they need it or not. All right, let's go put some dirt in this thing and make it work.